I want to talk to you today about one of the hardest, most misunderstood, and absolutely essential tools in the toolkit of wholehearted living, especially when you are walking out of the dark woods of a toxic relationship. We call it no contact. And I know the minute I say those words, I can feel the tension in the room. I can feel the collective inhale. Because for many of us, no contact feels counterintuitive. It feels harsh. It feels cold. We are wired for connection. It is in our biology. So the idea of deliberately severing a connection, of ignoring a text, of blocking a number, goes against everything our please and appease nervous system has been taught to do. We worry that it makes us the bad guy. We worry that it's unforgiving. But I want to reframe this for you, not just as a strategy, but as a practice of deep self-respect. In the research, we see a very clear distinction between the silent treatment and no contact, and the difference lies in the intention. The silent treatment is about punishment. It's about manipulation. It's about trying to control the other person's behavior by withdrawing your presence. That is not what we are talking about here. No, contact is not about them. It is not about teaching them a lesson or making them miss you or trying to get a reaction. No contact is about times you asterisk. It is about creating a sanctuary where your nervous system can finally stop vibrating and start healing. It is a boundary, and as I've said 1,000 times, boundaries are simply what is okay and what is not okay. And when you are healing from toxicity, continued access to your heart and your head is simply not okay. Let's dig into why this is so hard and why we resist it so much. When you leave a relationship that was high conflict or narcissistic or emotionally volatile, you have been living in a war zone. Your body has been pumped full of cortisol and adrenaline for months, maybe years. You have been hyper-vigilant, constantly scanning the environment for threats, constantly trying to manage the other person's emotions to keep yourself safe. When you finally leave, you don't just snap back to normal. Your brain is actually addicted to the cycle. It's addicted to the highs and lows. We call this intermittent reinforcement in psychology. It's the most powerful form of conditioning there is. It's why slot machines are addictive. You pull the handle, you lose. You pull, you lose. You pull, you win. And that one win keeps you pulling the handle until you are bankrupt. In a toxic relationship, that text message from them, that one moment of kindness after a week of cruelty, that is the payout. And when you go no contact, you are essentially walking away from the slot machine while you still have a bucket full of coins. Your brain screams, but what if the next pull is the big win? What if they've changed? What if I'm walking away right before the miracle happens? This is where we have to get really honest with ourselves. This is the rumble. We have to look at the data. The data of your relationship tells you that the machine is rigged. The miracle isn't coming from the machine. The miracle is walking out of the casino. But here is the thing. Walking out is quiet. It's lonely. And in that silence, the stories we tell ourselves, what I call the shitty first drafts, start to get really loud. You sit there with your phone in the other room, and the shame gremlins start their commentary. They say you're being dramatic. They say, if you really loved them, you'd hear them out. They say you are abandoning a person who is hurting. And that last one, that is the one that hooks us. Because we are empathetic people, we don't want to cause pain, but we have to differentiate between abandonment and self-preservation. You are not abandoning them, you are rescuing yourself. You are putting on your own oxygen mask because you have been suffocating for a very long time. I want to talk about the role of vulnerability here, because this is where people often get tripped up. I have spent my career studying vulnerability, and people often throw my own work back at me to justify staying in contact. They say, Brene, isn't it brave to stay open? Isn't blocking them a form of armoring up? And I need to be crystal clear about this. Vulnerability is not exposure. Vulnerability is sharing your feelings and your experiences with people who have earned the right to hear them. It requires a container of mutual respect and trust. If you are dealing with someone who gaslights you, who belittles you, or who uses your own words against you, there is no container. That is not vulnerability. That is emotional, unsafe exposure. That is walking into the arena without a shield against a gladiator who has a sword. That's not brave, it's dangerous. No contact is the shield you use times outside times the arena. It's the decision to say, I am no longer auditioning for this part. I am no longer willing to stand in the center of the ring and let you take swings at me. It is the ultimate act of boundaries. Remember BRAVING. The B stands for boundaries. When you block that number, you are drawing a circle around your life and saying, this is sacred ground. Chaos is not allowed here anymore. Because when you draw that boundary, you are also killing the hope that things might be different. And hope is a hard thing to kill. We talk about foreboding joy, but in toxic relationships, we often have delusional hope. We hope that if we explain it one more time, if we send the perfect paragraph-long text, they will finally get it. No contact is the acceptance that they are not going to get it and that your peace does not depend on them getting it. Now, let's talk about the practical, messy reality of this, because it's going to suck. I wish I could tell you that the day you block them, you'll feel a wave of liberation and dance around your kitchen. You might feel that for an hour, but then the withdrawal hits. You will check your phone and realize no one is coming. You will feel a phantom vibration. You will have a great day at work and instinctively reach to tell them, and then remember you can't. And in that moment, you will feel a wash of grief. This is the messy middle. This is where the work happens. The urge to break no contact is usually not about missing times. Them times as a person. It is about wanting to numb the discomfort of the grief. It's about wanting a hit of dopamine to make the loneliness go away. When you feel that urge, when you are hovering over the unblock button, I want you to halt. Ask yourself, am I hungry, angry, lonely, or tired? Usually it's lonely, and you are trying to use the person who broke you to fix you. That is like trying to get cured by the virus. It doesn't work. Instead of reaching out to them, you have to reach times an asterisk. You have to turn toward the pain. This is what we call emotional granularity. Can you name what you are feeling? Is it longing? Is it guilt? Is it fear? Sit with it. I promise you, no feeling is final. The wave will wash over you, and it will recede, provided you don't build a dam by texting them. Every time you ride out an urge without breaking a boundary, you are putting a marble in your own jar of self-trust. You are proving to yourself, I can do hard things. I can be lonely and not abandon myself. Let's talk about the closure myth. This is the biggest trap of all. We tell ourselves, I just need to meet them for coffee one last time to get closure. I just need to return their sweater so I can get closure. Here is the hard truth. Closure is not something they give you. Closure is something you give yourself. Closure is the recognition that the relationship is over. It is the acceptance of reality. If you are waiting for a toxic person to give you a satisfying ending where they take accountability and validate your pain, you will be waiting for the rest of your life. And you will be keeping the door cracked open for more pain. They might try to contact you. In fact, if they are truly toxic, they almost certainly will. We call this hoovering, like the vacuum cleaner. They will try to suck you back in. They might send a text that seems innocent, just thinking of you, or I found that book you were looking for. Or they might send a crisis text, I'm in the hospital, or I really need help. This is the ultimate test of your boundaries, and this is where you have to lean on your support system. You need what I call your square squad, that tiny list of people whose opinions actually matter. You need to call them and say, I got a text. I want to respond. Talk me off the ledge. Do not do this alone. Shame dies when we share it in safe places. If you keep the text a secret, if you respond in secret, you are back in the shame spiral. There is also a profound element of integrity in no contact. Integrity is choosing courage over comfort. It is choosing what is right over what is fun, fast, or easy. Breaking no contact is fast and easy. It gives you immediate relief from the anxiety of the silence, but it is a violation of your own integrity. You made a promise to yourself to heal. Every time you go back, you are breaking that promise. And rebuilding self-trust is much harder than rebuilding trust with others. You have to look in the mirror and know that you will protect yourself. If you keep opening the gate for the wolf, you can't trust yourself to be the shepherd. And look, if you have already broken no contact, if you sent the text, if you looked at the Instagram story, I need you to listen to me closely. Put down the whip. Shame is not a tool for change. Shame just makes you hide. If you slipped up, you are human. You are navigating a complex biochemical addiction and a heartbreak at the same time. Okay, you texted. It happened. What's the next right move? The next right move is not to say, well, I blew it, might as well go see them. The next right move is to put the phone down, forgive yourself, and restart the clock. Healing is not a straight line, it's a jagged spiral. You might circle back to the same spot, but you are a little higher up the mountain this time. You have a little more data. One of the unexpected side effects of no contact is that the silence acts like a mirror. When you stop focusing all your energy on times there times chaos, asterisk there times moods, and times there times problems, all that energy comes rushing back to you. And sometimes we don't like what we see. We see our own patterns. We see the parts of us that were attracted to the drama. We see our own codependency. And this is actually good news. I know it doesn't feel like it, but it is. Because this is the stuff you can actually change. You can't change them. You can block them, but you can't change them. But you can change the part of you that believes you have to earn love by suffering. You can change the part of you that confuses intensity with intimacy. This time, this silent, sacred time, is for you to date yourself. I know that sounds cheesy, but I mean it. Learn who you are when you aren't in defense mode. What do you like to eat? What music do you like when no one is judging your playlist? What does your body feel like when it's not tensed up waiting for a fight? You are excavating the person you were before the armor. I also want to address the fear that they will get away with it, or that they will be happy with someone else. We torture ourselves with the idea that if we go no contact, they will simply replace us and treat the next person perfectly. That is the fear of scarcity talking. The research on personality and behavior patterns is very clear. People do not fundamentally change their character overnight because they met someone new. They might change their mask, but the person underneath is the same. By going no contact, you aren't letting them win. You are opting out of a game that has no winner. You are taking your ball and going home to a life that is actually real. So, how do we sustain this? We sustain it by filling the void with things that are wholehearted. You cannot just remove the toxic relationship and leave a hole. You have to fill it with connection. Connect with friends who can hold space for you. Connect with nature. Connect with a creative practice. Even if it's just bad watercolor painting or journaling. Do something that proves to you that you are alive and that you have agency. And finally, I want to remind you that no contact is an act of faith. It is an act of faith in a future you cannot see yet. You are letting go of the known, even if the known was painful for the unknown. And the unknown is where all the magic is. The unknown is where you meet the version of yourself who is loved not for what she can endure, but for who she is. Be gentle with yourself. This is heavy lifting. You are retraining your heart to beat a different rhythm. It's okay if it feels unnatural at first. It's okay if you grieve. Grieve the potential. Grieve the good days. But keep walking. Keep the door closed. Not because you hate them, but because you love you. You are enough. You have always been enough. And you deserve a love that doesn't require you to hide who you are to keep it. Stay brave. Stay in the arena of your own life. And keep going.